It's the GH Primetime Special. 3, 2, it catches it on like I could. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Yes, we're finally on. I know, kids. You're waiting for us. But we are here. This is the GHP Spotlight Primetime Special.
Oh, we were just doing a little pre-show gossip.
Yeah, look, we had to catch up. We had to play catch up. But we are here to talk about General Hospital and what happened last week because we weren't here on Sunday. And then a little bit what happened. We both watched Monday and Tuesday. So I'm going to say spoiler alert right now. If you haven't watched yesterday or today's episode, spoiler. We're going to hang mostly on last week, of course. But some things happened this week. And something happened today, which I did not expect whatsoever that soon.
Finally.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh, we were just doing a little pre-show gossip.
Yeah, we had to catch up. That's Frank's time talking. Shut up. We're here talking about General Hospital. Shut up. And what happened last week. And then a little bit what happened.
Uh-oh.
Happened today. It's still I did not expect whatsoever that soon. And it won't stop. There we go. Cheese and crackers. Eternal difficulties, as we say. People are in the chat already. Hi, everybody in chat. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here to talk about, like I said, spoiler alerts. We will mention today's episode and yesterday's. Just so you guys know, we're gonna mention those to you. Hi, Frank Moran.
Hi, James Lott Jr. But you're looking just handsome on this nighttime event.
You look even more delicious at night than you do during the daytime on Sundays. Literally. So we are here, and so this Sunday, so you guys just know, we're back for Beyond the Gates, Beyond the Gates, YNR, and Bold and Beautiful. Those after shows will happen at the regular times this Sunday. No GH this Sunday, because we're doing it today, and we'll find a day next week to do, a night next week to do another nighttime special. I know you guys love it. I know. In the prime time, it is prime time with us, Frank, prime time. Because Mono Wallace goes GH night shift, kind of like that. Night stick shift. Yes, we want to go that direction. We could. But yes, we're here for you and all your hustle pleasure. I also want to tell you there's something else. I had a chance, and it's coming out Thursday, to have a moment in my life life that I can't even tell you. I interviewed Lane Davies and Jerome Dobson. And Lane Davies, of course, was Mason Capwell on Santa Barbara and played two characters on General Hospital. And Jerome Dobson was the co-creator of Santa Barbara, among other things.
Wow.
I know. So I got to interview both of them, and I'm telling you, it's an amazing hour and a half. We couldn't stop talking. It's an amazing, you guys, an amazing show. I get to ask all the questions about him and Julia Rainwhite, played by Nancy Lee Grahn. I get to ask about her, the big C falling on Hardy Jane Kozak, the famous Capwell episode, hilarious. Yeah, by Mason. Yes, Mason. We talked about Robin Mattson, who played Gina, Justin Dees, who played Keith. I mean, like we talked about the business back then, Frank. It was a dream. Mason, for me and my brother JR, is one of our favorite male characters of all time on Soap. So it was very happy.
Wow. I mean, remember like A. Martinez being on there?
How about that? And Marcy Walker and what's her name? She played Kelly Capwell. Oh my God. Princess Bride, House of Cards. Robin Wright. We talked about her.
Wow.
Sydney Penny. I mean, Louise Sorrell, Nicholas Coster. We talked about all of that. They had an amazing cast when you look back on it. And Santa Barbara was owned by Santa Barbara. It was they owned it. So it was one of the few soaps that was there. It was their baby. So they could do whatever they were. So he told me there were things they had to fight for. And yes, A. Martinez and Marcy Walker were an interracial couple on daytime and very successful. And we talked about that also. how they kind of ran into that by accident. There was like, and A. Martinez was the second of four men of all time of color to win lead actor in a drama series Emmy.
Man.
So, and I've interviewed, and that's the whole thing. I told them, I've interviewed Louise, I've interviewed Nan. I mean, always feel. I said every person I talked to who was on Santa Barbara loves talking about Santa Barbara.
Wow.
So they do. And during the show, I do something that makes Jerome Dobson think about something. He goes, James, I never thought of it that way. So you got to watch that. So that's gonna be good. So that's coming. It's on daytime today. So check that out. Yes, that was Missy Reed's first soap. Yes, yes. You just found this today while watching DVR. Oh, hi, Mindy Ehrlich. She's new to us, Frank. She just found us. Hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yes. I'm behind about a week, so I'm okay with spoilers. Okay, Cheryl. He's like doing it. Michelle Althouse, Alan, Ali No Cow, 77. Of course, Marlon Wallace. You guys are in there. So, but just come on in. The water's fine. We have fun. I have to mention a couple of actually deaths that happened. Riff Watson, who played Lenny, but he's been on a million things, passed away. And what's funny is I just talked to Joyce Guy, who played, oh my God, I'm bringing her name, who played his wife on the show. Oh my God, you don't use her anymore. But anyway, I talked to her the other day. She's great. But this guy, there was some famous commercials. He played, I think it was like, not KFC, one of those guys, he played the faux manager in these commercials. I remember kind of growing up. I was like, oh my God, he's been around for a long time. So it's kind of sad he passed away.
Yeah.
And Patrick Muldoon died.
Man, jeez.
Shocker. He was just playing on some club a couple days earlier than that, playing guitar. My brother had to remind him. My brother was like, Starship Troopers. I remember his place. I go, wait a minute. He was the first Austin on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. I mean, I saw like Jake Busey posting about that, saying like they were going to be working on a movie together and stuff. And yeah.
But for me, he was 57. I'm turning 57 in a few weeks. So this kind of hit me a little weird. Like that's my age.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But he was somebody just around a long time. So okay, I've seen all the outpouring from all, and you're right. It's like all his stars from his various things. They're all. It's like he had a varied career.
Yeah, I mean Melrose Place. Ugh.
Yeah, but Starship Troopers. I love that. I love that movie. So that's another one. Yes, our age. You're my age, too, Michelle. Yeah, he was our age. That's what I'm saying. I see that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's now being closer to that age. There's those passings, man. Oh, they hit a lot different than
They
when you
do,
read
don't
about
they?
them when you're in your 20s and 30s, even 40s.
Yes, they do hit differently. So rest in peace to him. And one last thing, of course, and I just have to mention this because uh, it's a day for me that living in for me because when a celebrity dies, of course I'm sad. You get sad. You start getting nostalgic. But there are very few artists in the world that make me so sad where I was actually depressed. I did not leave my bed for 4 days. And one of them was Kurt Cobain. I was a huge Nirvana fan. I was very sad when he died. I was sad when he died. But 10 years ago, we lost Prince. 10 years ago. And Prince was my age when he died. He was 57 when he died. And I've been posting stuff all day, and people talking and stuff, and they released his version of "With This Tear," a song he had written for Celine Dion, and she put on her album years ago. They put it out. The estate put that out. It's a really beautiful version of the song. But Prince played 27 instruments on his first 5 albums. That was him and all the vocals. No one else was like that ever.
Man, that's impressive.
Yes. And also, I just want to mention this week, it's so weird because we got a new Madonna song this week. She was also at Coachella with Sabrina Carpenter. I love the new song. Makes me very happy. And the Michael movie's coming out this week. So I'm like, is this 1985, Frank? I'm like, the big 3 are like actually literally represented this week.
How excited are you for that Michael movie?
I am actually. My thing is, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes thing, and I think I said, I thought from what I had heard, 'cause I know some Jacksons, so I know Jafar, I know some Jacksons. I can't believe it's been 10 years too. It's so weird. So tell me your favorite Prince songs in the chat. Tell me which one. Mine is Cream, Get on Top. No. I hate Raspberry Beret. Sorry. I'm gonna say it. I hate Raspberry Beret. Oh, that's fine. But I do like Bat Dance. It's like Bat Dance. Hello, the Batman soundtrack, Frank. Hello. Anyway, no. What were we talking about? Sorry, what were we
The Michael Jackson movie.
Yes. To my knowledge, it's just meant to show his life up to a certain point. They don't go into all the allegations, and there's a lot of things they don't go. It's a regular piece of just showing his artistry. That's what I was led to believe anyway. And Jafar looks like him. Obviously, it's his nephew in real life. I'm just curious to see, just kind of, because the Jackson's American Dream movie was really good. Everybody loved that movie. That was it came out years ago. Great film. It's been revered. But that was more of the Jackson story. This is Michael. So I'm really curious kind of what they put in there. And I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people think it is. I remember Rocket Man, the Elton John one. It was a hit, but it didn't do as well as the Freddie Mercury one. It didn't do as well as Bohemian Rhapsody. But I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed both movies. I thought Ray Malek did a great job. I thought Edgar Timber, I thought he both did great jobs. So I'm looking at this as like, it should be on that level. Doing biopics kind of are always a hard thing anyway. So I really am, as a Gen Xer, I guess, I am looking forward to seeing how it is. And if it's bad, I'll tell you folks, it was bad. I'll tell you. But I am, hi Mack, I am looking forward to. I don't. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. It just feels like it'll be very kind of just a like superficial,
Yeah,
a puff piece.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much you can separate the person from the music. I think
It felt for me. It was a great promotional stunt to have his nephew play him. I feel like it's more of that kind of thing, and I've been hearing there might be a part 2, which will go into all that stuff. But I felt, well, same way. Think of it this way: Bohemian Rhapsody, it stops when they get up to Live Aid. They don't talk about the AIDS and what happened to him and how he hid that. Like, they don't go into any of that stuff or how the band was left behind. Like, they stop to a certain point and it ends on a happy note, because obviously Live Aid was their big thing. And yes, I watched that live. When was that? When was that out? But they stopped at a certain point, and especially when What's Love got to do the same thing. It stops at, they did a lot. They did some good stuff in that film, but they do stop at a certain point, because you can't do a 5-hour film. I mean, you just can't. So I think they can't go fast either, because people are like, well, what? Like, huh? What? You can't really do that either. So I feel like it's a puff piece to get Michael's name back out there a little bit. His nephew is playing him. I think it might be. I'm actually looking forward to it.
I'll be curious to see how it does with the theater goers.
Yeah.
To see if there is there enough interest in there. Does it do well enough that they're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do another film.
Yeah. So far, what I'm hearing, fandom wise, it seems like people are really into it, but the critics aren't liking it so far. So I'm just kind of like, but I don't know if the things that I'd read pre this, I wasn't expecting allegations and this and that. There's more of just a peek behind the scenes of him and Bubbles and whatever. I mean, all that. I figured you'd get all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like that. It's not exactly not at all a 1-for-1, but like if you were to do a Bill Cosby movie and you just focused on, you took it all the way just up until the Cosby Show, and then like that was it, and then you kind of wrap there, and you're like, whoa, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we know about this guy. Why are we not getting any of this stuff? So, but I mean, I feel like that's a tough thing. How do you separate, all the stuff the great comedy that he did, versus the stuff that we know about him as a person?
It's funny because a lot of people now, because of TikTok and everything, it's mostly the Claire Huxtable scenes that are getting lots of play now. It's funny that how she was like the perfect black mom and a perfect mom, and how she would just cut you down. It was good. It was classy. I'm seeing the narrative change because in the hands of the people, they're choosing to say, yeah, we're going to focus on Bill so much. We're going to focus on the rest of the cast was really good. After almost after Theo died, after Michael Jamal Warner died, I saw it kind of focus that way because it really was tough. It was tough. I mean, I loved Cosby. I will not deny that. I thought he had some of the best comedy albums of all time. I remember Fatherhood. I laughed until I cried. I mean, I just thought it was such. He really did tap into something that we all could relate to. It was just and to hear this stuff, it's a lot of our heroes we're finding are not heroes really in real life, and
Uh,
it's tough.
yeah, people are they contain multitudes. So it's yeah, like everybody, there's lots of great people and there also can be some not so great.
Yes. Well, okay, we'll get to GH. I know you guys are upset. We'll get to
Except for
GH.
James Lott Jr., everybody. We all know that he
Oh,
is heaven's
I
he's
got
heaven
skeleton.
sent.
I there's no Polaroids or nothing. If they want to talk, go ahead and talk now, bitches. No, I'm ready for you. A lot of folks are When Doves Cry, Kiss. That's a great song too. You don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. And Purple Rain. Yes, I like Purple Rain. Purple Rain is actually one of my favorite. Not one of my favorite songs either. I understand its importance, but I was a When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy person. Those are my two songs.
I have never seen that movie either.
What?
No.
Not even like later, like on a VHS or DVD.
No, never have. I mean, I always remember it, being something and I just never, him on that motorcycle doing his thing.
Yes,
Never seen it.
you've heard the soundtrack, obviously. You've heard the soundtrack,
Oh,
right?
sure.
Johnny Nicky.
So I guess I'm gonna have to. I'll have to see if I can find it somewhere and give it a watch.
That's what you say. I'd be very curious what you think about it. We got because it's not the greatest film on earth. His acting is the great. It's all about Morris Day. Morris Day is the best part of the film, folks. That's another story. But yeah, that's I can't believe I can't. You guys can't believe you've never seen it. It's just one of those films. It's an easy watch. I mean, it's just he's the kid. I mean, that's kind of I don't know. That's very funny. You never watched it. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
It can't be like Cool as Ice,
They're all frank. I know. Because I think because it's such a big. It's like it's almost like you say you think Purple Rain, you think Madonna like a prayer or like a virgin. Like there's certain things you think you've never seen that or heard. Like, come on. He wasn't as old as I am back then too. He's a little younger than I was. So I mean, you were a kid when it came out, weren't you? Yeah, you were a kid.
Yeah.
I was a
But
teenager.
you tell me about like seeing your rock stars or your musicians in films. I mean, then Vanilla Ice and Cool as Ice, like that. I mean, I remember seeing that, and that was a man that knew how to ride a motorcycle. So
Oh, Vanilla Ice. That's a whole discussion I can't even get into right now. Folks, General Hospital. So last week and beginning of this week, it's Pop Life. I like that song, Bob. I like Pop Life. It's a great song. Um, it's moving right along, folks. It is moving right along. But I want to start with one thing that I was nervous about. I was nervous, but it seemed like they're not going there. They brought back Ethan. What? And I realized what a welcome brought back. I'm like, I kind of like that he's back.
yeah, I mean, it's tough to know how long he's going to be around. So
Right.
it's tough to know how great, like how much we should be invested in how long he's going to be there for. Is he going to be a major part of a storyline? Is he
I
just going to
heard
be?
contract, but I don't know what that means either. I mean, nowadays
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, we know how it went with
we know how
Jonathan
that
Johnson.
goes.
Yes,
But they said contract. I heard contract.
which is great. Knowing that he'd be around for a couple of years, that'd be fantastic. Because I mean, there is some great stuff you could do with him on the show,
Yes, but
and he
just
does fill a niche on the show that we just don't have.
yes, and he is very Luke esque and Holly esque. But he is like both of them.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm glad he mentioned he was with Holly and Daisy and Sasha. I was like, you have to mention Sasha. They had to meet, so they did. They mentioned that, but no, just seeing him, I was like, even with Lulu, seeing him with Christina. That's the part I was getting nervous, folks. I was getting nervous because there are folks online, Frank, already. They want them together, Ethan and Christina.
It was interesting because I wanted to ask you when it comes to Christina, like this week made it just really seem like, hey, I am just a lesbian. And before I thought she was bi,
Mhm.
but it really kind of she really kind of seemed to plant that flag this week, which totally fine. Fluid sexuality is fluid, so but interesting that the show has kind of moved from where they were to where she is now.
Which makes me happy because I was curious what they were going to do because I've heard hints of because she mentioned I had a crush on it. I remember all that. And she was younger. That's all. I'm glad he brought that up too. She was younger. Of course, people get aged or whatever, but she was younger. I actually really enjoyed their conversation, and I was afraid they're going to make her. They were going to lean heavily on the bi stuff, but they said bye bye to that, to that and said lesbo. So I am happy we're sticking with her as a lesbian right now because I think I'm telling you they're leaning towards Jacinda. That's what's happening. They're leaning towards Jacinda. So with all the non-gayness happening, I'm glad from the very least they're establishing, like I said, right off the bat, right now, things could change in 2 minutes, you know that. But right now, it's just they're friends. We're good.
Yeah, which it's like I'm fine with that storyline. The only thing that bu bumps me on that is that it's also Michael. Like we've done that story with him where he's been kind of
I
where
know.
so if it was anybody else that wasn't related,
I know.
it would be an easier like, all right, it's a similar story, but it's different characters. Just knowing that it's Michael again, who's gonna end up like who could end up losing uh a significant other to another family member. I'm just like, what are we doing, guys?
But we'll get to them in a second. But I have to tell you, you guys, you can timestamp it April 21st, 2026 at 8:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Frank. Hi, Daisy Flower. I am loving Willow. A sentence I never thought I would say in a grillion years, Frank. I am loving this Willow. Now I care on some level what happens. I had no use for her all these years. None. None. Cancer Willow, Chase Willow. I had no use for any alliteration of her until now. Because she fucked over. This is prime time. She fucked over her own mother.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
and on Frank, every scene, Nina's like, this bitch, I am stuck. This bitch is there. I would have helped you anyway. It is I'm loving it. I'm like, it's kind of getting Nina's kind of getting her come up for all her things she's kind of done. And Willow does not give up.
No, like it's like after spending so much time feeling like kind of under the thumb of other people, she is now in a position in her life where no, 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 she's got some stature, and now she's gonna start putting people under her thumb for once.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Frank?
Uh, it's all right, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this
I
show
think Frank
works out.
likes a little, but he likes a little. It's hard, Frank. I know it's hard to say. It's Willow. We've hated Willow together for so long.
Yes,
I know it's hard, but it's kind of fun. She's kind of fun right now. I'm like kind of liking it.
but it's like you slow your roll a bit too. Like when she starts laying in. Like to Jacinda, it's like she wants to take on all this stuff, not properly realizing. Like when Nina checks her and says, "Hey, hey, hey, you've got shady stuff
Yes.
on you. You keep pushing, and any of the shady stuff you've got going on comes to light, you're done. So why are you trying to pick fights where you don't need to?"
Yeah, she did say that. She did kind of shut her down for a second.
Yeah, and
But go
I
ahead.
was bummed with the writing for because I liked the Willow Jacinda scene. I liked Michael coming in there, but I also liked like Willow just just like we're really hammering the sex worker stuff like this, and that there was no writing of Michael. I mean, I know that he lost his cool when he said that, but that's like you it is not Drew to Jacinda is not a one for one. They are not the same at all. Drew is somebody that has used his position to continually just do awful things to people in the pursuit of just his own agenda. And Jacinda, like, does not Willow believe in second chances? Is that all not what she wanted in her life was a second chance for her to be, So I really wanted Michael to be like, there was a way to really kind of put Willow, shut that down. And it just didn't happen. I was kind of bummed.
But see, but he was bummed too. It's
Yeah,
like
he was bummed. He was
he
bummed, but it just,
he liked the way he handled it either. He said he liked the way he handled it either. That's just laughing because he basically said that he was like,
yeah.
I should have handled that differently. But it's funny. You wanted him to go harder on her. He felt he went too hard or something. It was kind of funny that I'm just saying that he was like he felt bummed too. Writers help Rory. Put it together. No, see, I didn't mind any of that. To me, it was just the right amount of her pontificating, which is like because Willow's out of control. She's out of control. You're right. You just said it. It's like the genie's out of the bottle. So now she's just like, fuck everybody. I'm going to do whatever. Fuck, I'm going to get it. Everybody's going to get it. Because the fact we have to go back to Nina. The fact that she did that to Nina, and I'm telling you, oh my God, Cynthia Wachos is so good. Her face, because her face every time is just like, what the fuck? She's just like, what? What? Like her daughter is turning on her. And then her daughter's like, you have to understand me, right, Mom? You get it, right, Mom? And she's like, oh, this is crazy. I gotta get out. Like, but she's like, oh, you helped. You gave that injection wasn't medicine for Drew. So look on her. I mean, it was so good. She's like, oh, and she said, it wasn't that. So now you're an accomplice, bitch. She didn't say it like that. But that's what she was saying, basically. I can't wait for you, bitch. You ain't give me the results. All you give me is problems.
Yeah.
So, like, hello. Willow said, so she's doing what you said. She's just like, that was she's just gone wild.
I have zero sympathy for Nina though, because she was so terrible in regards to, standing up to Willow earlier,
Yeah,
just being honest, telling Willow uncomfortable truths because she was too afraid of losing her.
I know.
And so now, she's just laid herself on this path where now she's being blackmailed by her own daughter.
And Nina feels it when she said what you're saying. Nina's thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Nina's like, oh, she could have come to me and blah, blah. Well, how's she gonna come to you, Nina, when you're the part of the problem? Cheese and crackers. But I think Nina probably feels the same way you do. She's like, I totally messed up. Well, I like this. I mean, her daughter, it literally is framing her to get what she wants. Like the people said, like I don't feel so super sorry for Nina either. But especially laugh. I'm just loving this Will. Like she's just like, I don't care. I don't give no. I don't care.
I'm curious to see how long they run this.
Right.
Uh, because boy, it's just, you're looking for some kind of
Well,
catharsis to this. So we'll see how long they.
Elizabeth, they showed the scenes this week. So I brought in chat room. Yeah, I said, Will, because also Willow acknowledges two other people know what happened.
Yeah, and she knows who they are,
She
and
does.
she's trying to find some leverage over them.
She is.
And if she can't find any, she's gonna make some.
Right. And she said about even what you said, she was like, okay, we won't go to court. And then she was looking like, I'm gonna still get them. And Nina back there was like,
Yeah.
I mean, Will ain't done. She's gonna figure something out. Like you said, whether it's manufactured or something, she'll figure something. But then what made me laugh on the side note, Sidwell, it's just like, oh, it's like she's not doing anything I need because we'll get to those, we'll get to Ezra and all that stuff too. That's another one I enjoyed this week too, last week too. But he's not happy with her either. She's not doing what he wants really with either. So she's getting the power. Now she feels powerful because she's Congresswoman Kane. She can call Jacinda all kind of names, but I love that Jacinda does stand up to her. She's like, I'm never stand up to her. Call me anything you want. But she thinks she's throwing it back in Michael's face. So in her eyes, you did this to me and Drew, not getting that was worse. But
Yeah.
she's just like, you did to me and Drew, and like you're not, girl. That's not. They're not even equal in what's going on. So, but I think it was. I feel like the writers, it was more about setting up Jacinda and Willow, and Jacinda better watch out. And I think that's what it was so much. I don't think it was so much about Michael but she's gonna come to Mike. She's gonna work on Mike. She's working on Michael too. But and I like what he said to her. You went after me knowing that I didn't shoot you, didn't shoot him. You're willing to put this on me, and you and I both know that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
She's okay. She's like,
No, she doesn't care.
she don't care. And
And
so
we know there's that Hawaii trip looming in
yes,
the future. So you know Willow's going to be going everything she can to make sure that trip doesn't happen.
yes, there's that. And like I said, they showed Elizabeth in the preview with Drew. So there's some. You're right. So the Drew thing has to come to some next level now. I'm agreeing with that. Now it's been long enough, right, folks? You want to come up for him. He's been sitting there with his eyes for a couple months now. Now we need something else to kind of happen. I know, Daryl, Trina, and I kind of watch out. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I'm saying when she said, "I know who I know," two people who are like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, somebody's got to figure out that Drew is, using Morse code. Somebody's got to figure out like that he's in trouble. And then how do you stop him getting the medicine? And how soon does he
right."
once that stops, does he gain the use of his faculties? Does he start, is he going to be faking it for a while, waiting for the right moment to be able to walk again? You know that's gotta be happen. He's gonna realize somebody's gonna stop the medicine without Willow knowing. He's gonna be able to walk, but he's gonna play the long game until just that moment when he needs to be able to move, and he does his thing.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Uh,
All for it. I want it to happen.
he's gonna
And
be
but we,
sitting there in that wheelchair. Willow's gonna be wanting to do something dangerous, whether it's like shooting, pulling a gun or something like that, and Drew will like reach out and
oh, it's gonna be delicious. I'm in, and I don't mind if Elizabeth's involved. Elizabeth believed in Willow, so that's good conflict there too. And if she is she in danger because does Willow find out that Elizabeth knows something? It's gonna be good. I think
oh,
it's
well,
gonna
yeah, I mean, you feel like I feel like they've played it where Elizabeth, while she's a friend of Willow's, she's also like she's clocked a few things that it would be an easy walk for her to be like, wait a second, something is really off about all this.
yes. Sabrina, I think Kai's gonna be a casualty probably. Um, hi Daisy Flower, hi Annie Gowan, hi Sabrina. We have 40 people watching us. Hi 40 people.
Yeah, it's
Um,
how much like that? Just like Jacinda, or I mean not Jacinda, but Jocelyn and Trina. They can just reminisce about all the boyfriends they've lost. I mean, so far Joss is in the lead. So, what you get rid of Kai, I mean, I think
yeah,
they're
well,
right
no,
back up.
because she has Oscar, Dex, and Oscar and Dex, and then they drove away Vaughn.
Yes.
Homegirl just has what's his name?
It's got Spencer, but also it's got Rory, the
Roy.
cop.
Okay, yes. She has
And then we'll see what happens with Kai if he's driven away or if he's killed. Uh, you know,
Disney Fire thinks Big 4th of July celebration and Willow spins out of control in front of the press.
mm.
That could happen. 4th of July is when she kissed Drew the first time. So that could be a good Drew reveal.
Oh, yeah, Willow dresses him up like Uncle Sam. You can't move, so wear this dumb beard and hat.
So you know what I want? Dress up as Colonel Sanders. That would make me laugh so hard. A little nod to the fans. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Frank would love it. I know he would.
Oh,
He would. I love it. We got a bunch of next week. We'll be here all night. So I get to the next. I'm enjoying Willow and all that. And then on a side note, Nina goes to Rick to help them out. So Rick's getting more airtime. We love that. But another storyline and duo I didn't know we needed, Frank. Ezra and Laura.
man, the watching Ezra kind of regain humanity has been interesting, and seeing him being around Laura, which I mean, yeah, I guess that's the great thing about Laura. It's like she has that effect on a lot of people, like her wanting to, as best as possible, preserve and honor the truth and justice. Has a way of kind of affecting the people around her. So nice to see Ezra Boyles getting some of that. I mean, certainly it does help that Sidwell, was like ready to just
Sure
shoot him.
was. He pulled the gun out and had it on his side. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
And he was like, but I'm saying that's the thing. Daniel Cosgrove, we like you very much, and we always say we know you choose scenery on purpose, probably. But I have to say, some real acting chops came out with those scenes with him drunk and being
Yeah.
real. And Jeannie Francis, of course, is Jeannie Francis. Um, her her kind of disgust versus trying to help. She's in that fine line all the time. And when he hit her, he goes, "Oh, I know you're that kind of woman. I thought you were married." She's like she wanted to throw up. She's like, "No," like so like it was hilarious. It was funny, but it was like it was. They're trapped. I feel like this really shows us when he was like, "I'm in it deeper than I ever thought. I can't get out," basically. And it was like it's nice to see Ezra do more to play with his tie. It's pretty funny, Eddie. But no, seriously, he really was like bearing. He was like there was a real moment between the two of them, and Laura was trying to understand, and you could tell she was kind of shifting because she kind of liked seeing the side of him that there is humanity in there. He was drunk and his life was threatened, but there's humanity in there somewhere. And she's like, we can work together. Like this is like, come on, if it's more like this. Then of course it comes out. Well, first one comes out of it, him sleeping, and she covers him up. She looks at him, she's like, oh. But then she covers him up. I don't know. I thought if they write the storyline good or well, them being frenemies or whatever, or co-victims, or it could be really good to watch. Like I said, I just they're really good together. I mean, I'm sorry, I thought it was very well done.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I'm always going to be down for, I mean, while we do enjoy our carpet chewing scenery chewing
Yes,
characters, but there are just sometimes there are some characters that are fine just to come on for a few scenes and just be that kind of character and you're fine with it. But Ezra's been around enough that it's made the story richer to just see, like, we all enjoy when a character gets a little bit more rounded. Yeah, it just makes me more invested in that character in the course of the story. Now, I genuinely feel like, well, Ezra may not make it out of the story. I mean, he's already said like there's no way he can get out of this clean. So something's going to happen to Ezra, whether it's his life or just his career, who knows? But you,
yeah,
I'm more invested in seeing what happens to the guy than before.
yes. Me too. I just didn't expect these scenes, and to me they were really well done. And when he came out of it, it was kind of a dick coming out of it. It was like, here he is. He's like, there we go. But then he still was kind of mixed on. He was, and when he saw that she was being sincere, he's like, why are you helping me? Like she saw it. She saw it was good. She saw glimpses of his humanity in there. That she saw it, so she knows it's in there. It's just now it's like, how do they work? How is this gonna? How will go? How they go forward? They're both trapped. They're trapped, and she's seeing how much it's hurting him on some level. He won't admit it, sober and whatever, but now she's seen it.
I mean,
Um,
the fact that she said like, before you take a drink, just call me instead. Like
she
that,
did.
yeah.
I was like, there's some I like that. I'm liking that.
And they fist
Another,
bumped. So,
they fist bumped. Yes, they fist bumped.
that always seals the deal.
Another storyline that came out of nowhere that I'm actually kind of interested in because she's doing more work than we've seen in a long time. That's Jordan. Remember, I said not her face, and it's about her face. I like it, Frank. I think because they've done nothing with Jordan for so long. The old Jordans had storylines. Our girlfriend, our girlfriend at San Antoine, they had storylines. They're finally giving her a story. And we're actually seeing Tanisha Harper act. I don't know. For
Mhm.
me, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You know,
This is a big snoozer for me. This is such a low stakes story that the show is doing their damnedest to make me believe is super important. Whether it's like, hey, who's the driver of the other car? Was it Brooklyn? Could it have been Isaiah? Who knows? Also to the whole thing, like they deliberately left us on the side of the road to die. No, that wasn't the case either. but we're gonna make it seem like that. And now we've got the, 88 Turner. She's ready to go now, looking for justice for Jordan. Oh,
Well, she was busy sleeping with Sonny again. So what are you talking about?
oh yeah. She needed some of that, little of that Corinthos coffee.
With cream.
That's right.
Um,
So I don't know. Her, it's one of those that makes you realize, like, oh boy, we're going down this storyline again. All I kept thinking about is Ava with her facial damage, and it's like, well, now we're recycling this storyline. So it's just gotta. It's much like seeing anybody put into a wheelchair. Anybody else that has some kind of ailment that slows enough. Well, it's also cyclical. And now we've got Ava. I've Jordan in this role. I could care less about the storyline. It means the sooner we get her face fixed, and sooner we move on from this, the better.
well, it's funny. So I completely disagree, but what you're saying is not you're not wrong. So I can see two parts of this. But for me, I'm enjoying it simply because they're giving Jordan something to do. And since they're not going to write or anything else, I thought it's fine. I thought for me, quiet. For me, um, it adds a little bump into the foursome. We had some scenes today too with that, with him being with Jordan and Isaiah being there for the baby over here, and then Jordan screaming at him to get out, and the homeboy confronting him at the end. Like this foursome is always going to be, I think it's going to be tenuous, and because Isaiah was with her, and then she was with her, and I don't mind it so much. And I just think for me, it's just more of that we're seeing her act. I never get to see her do anything, and like she's actually like giving her. She was like really frantic and really. I'm not seeing her that way ever. They never show her that way, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm okay with the storyline.
For me, it is there are so many other things that have been going on with Jordan that she's at least been involved in that she could you there are way more, to me, more interesting stories that could push Jordan and give her reasons to show more sides of her. And they decided to go this route. We're gonna do this. And it's like, great, we can see her, show her range as an actress, but this story lines up.
Like that. Now, are you liking though the Molly and
Oh,
and they're late
oh,
in the afternoon and no, I don't want to hurt you. No, like, I don't want to hurt you.
have I ever hurt you when we made love?
Dude, that
Would
storyline,
you?
but I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm like, I need to see all that today.
Oh boy, yeah, didn't need to see that. Like, boy, that and the Jordan storyline just racing for two of the storylines I care least about on this show.
Oh, that's crazy. A storyline that is um, heating up and still going is the whole shooting stuff. And Rocco is losing it. Spoiler alerts, if you have not watched today's episode, I'm going to say it because it did come out. So, spoiler, go away. I'm like, Rocco tells Britt, did not expect that so soon. Right now, I didn't expect that. I just didn't expect it.
For me, this was the right time because we
Yeah,
have
I agree.
seen too many scenes, like with him and Dante and Danny playing softball, and Rock. I can't enough of the looks of Rocco being like, oh, I just feel bad for Danny. I just feel bad. Like, no, we've played that beat on the bridge. We played that beat on the softball batting cage. We played it just personally with Lulu and Rocco. Great that somebody else is in on it now. Let's just open it up more. And that it's Brit, perfect.
Yeah. Yes, Rocco can't keep a secret. I know. Yes, I mean, of course, we're not joking about endometriosis. I know it's not. I know it's no joke. I have sisters who've had it and everything. Just for me, the story itself, the way it's written, we're just not big fans of it. I don't mind. Every once in a while, I don't mind a good medical story. It's General Hospital and medical stories. But sometimes you're like, even Willow, her old cancer story, I didn't care for it. Sorry, just didn't care for it. And cancer sucks also. So I was like, but sometimes it's the way it's written. They just kind of like, okay, like, do we need that whole episode? Thank you, Linda, Day, about of Molly and Cody talking about the problem. Here's the problem. I think Frank will echo this with me. The problem isn't the endometriosis. Is that they always keep putting up these faux obstacles between them. It's over and over again. It's just like Now they're fighting about that. No, I don't want to do that. That's misunderstanding. Like it's getting old. That's where I think I'm at with this story. Like it's getting old.
Yeah, I feel like uh, you don't need for me, I don't need all like the full obstacles. I think you can still have conflict within a relationship, but it can be a healthy conflict. Yeah, just because you're together doesn't mean you're going to agree on every single thing, and you can't have different viewpoints about a subject or have difficult conversations, but you're still together. So for me, it's like I don't need things preventing uh, the two of them being together. And if you want to do difficult conversations, great. But let's just have them be a couple. Don't keep coming up with this faux stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. Okay, folks. I'm gonna side note for a second. Is that poster behind to your right, Creature of Black Lagoon?
It is.
Is that with Adrienne Barbeau?
Oh no, that was Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing is my girl Adrienne. Okay,
Yes.
I know the Barbeaus. They're from Sacramento. I know the Barbeau family.
Oh, that's nice.
I know
All right.
Anton Barbeau was a fan. I was a musician. I know some of the Barbeaus. I was like, wait a minute, like you like like I like that. I like that one. Anyway, sorry, it's a little side. I never seen it during the daytime, so I'm like,
Oh,
over there. Okay,
hello. There we go.
there it is.
Booyah.
Yeah, right over there. Somebody. They're 100%. They say thank you, Frank. That's what I'm saying. I don't. There's some things I don't need to see either. I'm just like some storylines they do it very well, and then the pacing is good and all stuff. I just feel like with Brooklyn and Chase, it was
Oh,
too much back and forth too. It's like just get them together, and now they're together fighting stuff. So I just think it's so to me it's like Molly and Cody, they're finally together. That's why they could have had a whole conversation of like, okay, we can have sex now. He's gonna be a little careful, and then they do it. We don't need a whole episode of just
oh yeah.
it just wasn't to me it wasn't exciting enough to have to hear that. I don't know, just that's me. But no, we know it's not a joke. Also, I want to mention someone in the chat earlier was asking a question about me thinking, why am I basically paraphrasing, am I just because Christina is a lesbian that should be attracted to all women or something? So just saying out loud, as you know, I'm gay. Big old gay man
Wait,
who likes
what?
I know, yeah, I know Frank didn't know. He's 11 years. Frank, I'm gay.
What?
I know it's crazy. It's crazy. So so I don't view these couplings or things like this like that black and white. The reason why I was saying, and I'm not the only person who's picking it up about Jacinda and Christina is the way they have them playing each other, the longing looks. No, Jacinda looks at her as a friend. Yes, I'm saying I think Christina has a crush on Jacinda, and to me, as you go back and watch some of these scenes, it's like she's a little too into Michael and her relationship. And that would not be I'd be okay with the storyline if it's more like she's lonely, she misses Blaze, maybe if she's like projecting, like that can happen. But I don't think it's just because Jacinda's a woman and she's a woman. I just think I feel like the way they're and there's chemistry there, the way they're playing it, that's how I see it. So that's where I get my. I don't have any inside information, folks. I'm saying that's just where I see it on there, and yeah, that's where I come. But I want you to know because I'm gay myself. I don't just blanket statement like everybody's gay. No, I just think that it's the way they're playing it. For me, the way they're playing it, and then that some people are seeing it. I mean, I understand if you don't see it, but there's other people that see it. But no, on Jacinda's side, I think she's in the Michael, and she likes Christina as a friend, and somebody's an ally. I think so. There you go. So that's my whole thing. But I am hoping Christina stays and goes with a woman because we don't have that on television, daytime television, because they cut the Blaze thing short. Just like Lucas, I want him with another man, the whole thing because he's gay. So I want to see their relationships. So I just want to answer that. Now, we're not taking any of these things lightly. We're just saying, endometriosis is because Kate Mantek gets had it, so that was a whole thing. She directed the episodes, and I get all that. But for entertainment value, you know, so that's it's a different. That's all up to the watcher.
And
Right.
I don't know. It's certainly given uh, a nice generalization, but for the lack of attention they usually give to gay relationships
Yeah.
on GH, you could have still had Christina with Blaze
Yeah.
And we would just assume that they get together when she's, has time off from concert or she's flown out to see him anytime we don't see them on camera. They could still be together right now.
She could still be with fucking what's her name? Valerie Spencer.
Yeah.
And Valerie's, I think she's still on the force somewhere, isn't she? Are you on the force somewhere?
As far as I know, she is.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm saying, I mean, you're right about that. They don't really give much attention to them. So I'm like, and they brought back Charlie's, which we didn't really need, but that's fine. I'm sorry, it's my opinion. I'm sorry.
well,
Uh,
I mean, even when you hear her talk to Ethan about it, it's like they said it was, it was a total loss. But then I found this, and because I remember that scene where they said like it's no good. So I thought we were done with Charlie's forever. But then you feel like the writers changed their mind because we found a structural engineer that said it
yes.
could be saved.
I know. So yeah. That's why I just want to address those things, of course. But back to the whole thing. So Rocco tells her, but before that, to answer something that Frank just said, um, I actually enjoyed the boys out, kind of afternoon out at the thing. I thought it was the real establishing that Dante is kind of a father figure.
Hmm.
Um, and actually, they've been really doing a great job with this, actually, with Alexis and her scenes with Danny. Now we're seeing Danny and Rocco and kind of ironing that out, him and Charlotte. They really are moving him around. And I kind of, because they keep saying to us, their family, their brothers, their brothers. I thought it was very cool. And the fact that Dante knows nothing adds a different thing to it. And the fact that he told Britt, to me, means the storyline's it's gonna come to a head because he went to Cullum.
Yeah.
I'll take not dumb. He's like,
What's up with you, kid?
he said he found a baton.
Yeah.
I forgot about that baton. I actually forgot about it. And the fact that Cullum, when he told Britt, I know that Jason didn't shoot me because I was above him. He was on the ground. But it's like, but she's right. She was knocked out. She don't know what's going on. She said he told me. He's like, I don't believe you. Like, well, did you see you knocked her out? Remember?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, come on, writing, come on, writing, right? Like, but you pushed her, and she hit her head, and she knocked out. Jason came, so you know that she didn't see anything. So wouldn't you be questioning like, why would you say that? And she's like, he told me to say that. I love that
Yeah.
she's actually not lying this time. She does not. Well, now she knows who did it, but she had no idea because it was from behind. But Cullum, of course, they didn't give him like amnesia. He couldn't talk. He's fully functional, but he's holding stuff in on purpose.
Yeah. And I mean, now that we know that, Cassius
Oh
is,
yeah,
is playing Sidwell, and Callum, knowing that it was, that, yeah, that Callum killed Marco, but is not revealing that to Sidwell because they need him for the medication still. So,
yes.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, a set of dominoes when everything starts tumbling.
Well, Cassidy and them trying to put up Lucas. That was last week. Trying to say like, well, maybe Luca and Cyril doesn't. You can tell he doesn't want to believe that at all. Like he really doesn't want to believe that. I was like, where's Pascal? Because I'm thinking he's going
Oh,
to jump on that.
I thought for sure, and then we end that episode with him just replaying that conversation, and Sidwell just kind of staring off. Like I feel like the door is kind of cracked open
Right.
to Sidwell being suspicious of Lucas.
Because Cassius, like I said, we're telling you, I'm on the case. There's nothing. They all have alibis. There's nothing setting them either of them there. So you got who else? I mean, the fact is he has no idea that it's Cullum is hilarious. I mean, when it comes to, oh, he's gonna feel so dumb.
Yeah,
And I almost want. Here's the funny thing: I almost want him to take out Cullum, because they're both bad guys. Was like you killed my son, you stabbed my son to death. I mean, Sid was gonna be so
I,
angry,
I feel like I feel like he has to. I feel like that has to be his moment
right?
because it was such a personal attack against Marco that it's got to be Sidwell that takes out Cullum himself. And I feel like for Sidwell, it comes down to does he put business ahead of family? And I feel like in the end, I think the show will write it is that he will choose to avenge Marco and screw whatever business he's working on because Marco's death is just too important not to be avenged.
Right. No, I mean it is. He's looking at that picture, so I go, he's pissed. He's not happy. He wants justice, but I don't. He's thinking maybe something did do it. but I think he doesn't want to think Lucas did it because Lucas seemed to love him so much. So that's why I'm curious. I'm really curious to see how far that goes, or not. But now with this Rocco reveal to Britt, which means she'll probably tell Lucas, Pascal's a wild card over here. Sidwell's still a wild card right here. We don't know what he's gonna do. In the meantime, Sonny's over here with no Jason. It's kind of it's really it's and then we can't even as I love I love you always say I love a good umbrella story because we can't even forget Jocelyn and Cullum.
Hmm.
Jocelyn being at Windermere. Jocelyn now talking to Valentine. Now they're working together on some level, kind of reluctantly. Charlotte over here, and then Homeboy went to Nina.
Yeah, and don't forget Jocelyn talking to Cassius at the gym.
Yes, tiny at the gym. Him get a little suspicious. Why are you asking so many questions? I didn't know. I was like, you're right. It was like Nathan didn't know him. He mean just it was the two, like I said, he mentioned the two times that Nathan would have known him. That was it. It was getting shot. I was getting shot, and that's why I saw him. I'm like, yeah, Jocelyn, calm that down a little. He doesn't really. He's not. Britt's the one you want to talk to because that's the one who knew him the most. So, and she is trying to work with Britt too. So it's kind of like there's all these little moving pieces out there that I kind of. And then Lulu knows what Rocco did. Isaiah knows that something's up because he helped out Lulu, and so I kind of like this. Like, there's a bunch of things kind of, and then Lucas and Britt fighting about who they're gonna save each other.
I mean, I certainly know that Brennan is bench Jocelyn, but I also need there's something more for Jocelyn to be doing than just constantly asking people about that book and Anna. Isn't that funny? Like that's the only thing she can just talk to people about is just that book
Oh, that's kind of
and
weird.
how much that cover looks just like Anna. Like we get it, Joss. You know, I don't know what you were, I don't know what you were expecting to get, what you think Nathan was going to tell you. That I was like, oh, all right. But I'm also curious because with Sidwell and Lucas, I mean,
I know.
like Lucas, I mean, Lucas played a part in getting him killed in the
Yes.
sense that I mean, he helped Marco see, have a change of heart about what he was doing, and so, but is that enough? Is that if to Sidwell, is that how responsible does he hold him as part of Marco's death, or does he only blame Cullum? I don't know.
And we can't forget. I almost forgot this. Ezra tells Laura Sid was behind Dalton, being in her car. I forgot they didn't know who it was. I almost forgot they didn't know who it was. And he's like, "Well, Sid will kill him. Shot him, put him in your trunk." And her friend's like, "Oh my." So she knows she's being set up completely, but that Sidwell really is that he did the killing. That's what's
Yeah,
crazy. That he set up. But I forgot that she didn't know that part.
because interesting that because I mean, Britt told Jason, so you'd assume Jason would have told Sonny.
She didn't
Why?
tell him.
And but Sonny didn't tell Laura.
Not. I mean, I thought it was like, oh yeah, but I forgot that she didn't know that part. She
Yeah,
knows Sidwell's part. Obviously, that's what the whole thing. But he was like, he just shot right in front of me. And that was it. And put him in your trunk of your car. And she's like, oh my God. Yeah. And you're right. The Joss thing is kind of weird. That's her. Well, her thing is the book and fighting with her mother. Those are the two
Ugh,
things she's
there
doing right now.
you go. I did
It's
like
like,
Carly's like, are you just gonna like, are you gonna move me? Are you gonna get physical
I
with
know that
me?
was so fun. That was so. I don't want to, Mom. I don't want to have to. I was like, dang. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was something else. They are back and forth. And it's a trip to watch. It's like a trip to watch. They're so back and forth.
But
But components to this story, I love it. I just love it.
that this Brennan just does not know that Carly knows that Joss is a WSB agent still.
Right, right.
Oh man.
I know. And we got jealous Valentine.
I don't blame that guy. It's just like,
I love it.
Carly making that choice to just have sex with him, knowing Valentine is right there. It's like I'm taking Jack up to his bedroom and going to town.
And thinking of Valentine.
It's just sitting in the attic or he's sitting outside.
Yes, he's upset. But she's like, you're jealous? He's like, yeah. Oh, yes, also Isaiah and Sidwell have their own thing too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to think that there's going to be stuff with Isaiah, but the show routinely disappoints me with the handling of that
But
character.
here's the
So,
thing though. I think you'll agree with this though. If they want like a plot point out of nowhere, they'll do something.
Yeah,
They'll do it. Because I almost forgot when he went to approach Isaiah. It was like, did you blah, blah, like you try to say, like, wait a minute, that's right. They do have you're right. They don't play them together very often. But and he mentioned it to Portia about that, like Sid, blah blah blah. But there is that whole. I mean, there is a history between them that it's just not played, but it is there.
anything for Isaiah would be more interesting than
I
just
agree.
than the cabin and rubbing Portia's pregnant belly.
You don't like that so much, no?
Ugh.
Yes. But no, but I'm saying it's just kind of like there's a bunch of things out there that the show could use that person for a gain of some sort or a loss. They could do something. I'm just saying I don't think they'll do with them, but I agree with you. He's a much wasted character, but he does pop in here and there. So I'm just saying you never know. And yes, there was no TJ. They didn't think enough to bring TJ back for a
But he
few
did
episodes.
call, but they did talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, he touched my phone.
Hooray.
He called. And it's my anniversary. Today's my anniversary as an ordained minister. I just got that in the email.
Oh, oh,
How
are
funny
you
it is.
you gonna marry somebody today to celebrate?
I don't know. I'm like it's my 11th anniversary. Oh, how funny! I didn't realize that as an ordained minister.
Quick, anybody in the chat, let James
Get
know if
married,
you
I'll
want to,
marry you.
yeah,
I'll marry
or at least renew your vows before the show ends.
Fly me out. I'll come. I'll do it. You just pay. Fly me out and feed me, and I'll do your wedding or renewal ceremony or baptism. Father James. It just came through my thing. I was like, oh yeah, it's my anniversary of that. No, but yeah, it's completely. There's a lot of different components out there, and I am invested in seeing kind of who gets where and this and adding Rocco to this and having Lulu not say anything, but having Dante be a detective like he used to was. I'm really curious who puts it together. I mean, outside of the group that knows, like who's gonna be the one? Just like almost like almost like with the Drew thing. Will it be Elizabeth, or will it be another like one of those fake outs? I mean, like who's gonna who? Will it be Kai? And then Willow walks in on him or something. Like who knows? Like who's? I'm really curious about that.
I would like Dante to figure it out because I feel like he would. I mean, he will one, he'd be mad at Lulu, but and Nathan. But knowing this is Cassius and not Nathan, like once he gets into an argument about Nathan about this, does how much of that does Dante come out of that going like that is not Nathan. There's something up with this guy. Which would be nice.
You guys asked where's Maxie? Kirsten Storms has been online a lot recently. She got robbed.
Oh,
Yes, which I just got robbed also too, so I know how that feels. And she said there was a ring camera and all this stuff that she's really dealing with that right now. Her account got hacked also, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with her. And she's been doing a lot of lives and videos, so I think she's going through some stuff right now.
ouch.
Yeah. So go to
Um,
her page. Go to I think it's teens tweeting is one page, and I've got the other page. So just go and check her out. It's over there. Remember, Sitwell blamed Isaiah for Marco dying.
I mean, it's like, yeah, of course, that's just like you're gonna blame the surgeon for not being able to do everything they could have at the time. So yeah, I hold very little stake in any of that. I don't know. There's Isaiah is just a character full of wasted potential, and so until I actually see something on screen, I'm just gonna I won't I'm not gonna get excited about anything with him, unfortunately.
Yes. So yeah, the women love Portia and Isaiah cabin and Billy scenes. The you women do? Tell us. You guys do? Okay, I haven't heard that.
Hooray.
As Jennifer says, if you guys high side advocate, if you guys think that, tell me in chat. You guys think that? I mean, do other women loving those scenes? Um, I can't get over how bad Pascal had it for Marco. Oh, he had it for Marco, all right. He was in like Flynn.
But
Marco,
interesting that we have not had like a Pascal and Sybil scene since.
No.
because the way he was behaving, you would have thought he would just be running his mouth to Sidwell
Yes.
about this. And so maybe we'll get one this week. I feel like just to help further cement Sidwell's, second thoughts about Lucas.
Oh my God. Some girls, I don't know. I'm a woman. Chad, you're hilarious today. I love it. You guys are hilarious. She's like, Minnie's like, no, I'm a woman and I don't like the belly scenes. You go, girl. I was like, well, I guess some do. So you guys are hilarious. It's fine. Fight it out in chat. Fight it out in chat. We didn't care for it. So whatever. We don't care about it. But it's, go ahead.
Props to GH creating a little moment between Curtis and Portia about her having that appointment.
Yes.
But them, like rational human beings, they're able to just calmly talk about it without it being a huge, huge thing. So great, fantastic.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a very touching moment actually. And you're right, it came together really fast. It was just like because he was like, we don't think Portia was trying to make Curtis. And it was like it really wasn't that. But you understand he wants to because he missed out on Trina. He wants to be part of it all. So it's like both sides. Like, yeah, I kind of get it. But she made a thing for him, so it wasn't like she was icing him out completely or anything.
Yeah.
So it was very cool. So I thought it was very very cool. I agree with you on that one. It was a nice little scene. But you had obviously the other exes talking, and she's like, get out of my room, get out of my room." I don't. I'm loving that she has something to do. I don't know. I like it. Um, so
I don't know if I ever heard that. Like, because I refer to him as like as a plastician. Like, oh, all right, that's what they call him. Okay.
that's right. That's right, Frank. I know that either, and I was a nurse. So yeah. So there's that. We have. Well, I forgot to gloss over on this. I didn't mean to gloss over on you guys. You guys are bringing it up. So Ethan has a good little moment with Lulu talking about Luke. I was hoping to show flashbacks. It's the same actor. I was hoping to show
Yeah.
flashbacks. They didn't, but they did talk about him. And then Dante making a joke about Rocco getting a advice from their Uncle Ethan. That was hilarious to me. It was kind of funny. And him and Sonny. And Rick was not having it.
Oh man, he
The shade was real, Frank.
he took off that suit coat and he was just
Yeah,
like, "Hold on now, Sonny.
he didn't
What are
shake
you?"
his hand or nothing either. His
Yeah.
hand like, I forgot they didn't know each other. I forgot they didn't know each other. I was like, that's kind of funny. They didn't. I guess they weren't in town at the same time.
But again, another moment to show just the budding, the solid nature of the
Yes,
Rick and Sonny relationship, where it's like, no, 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 just answer his questions,
yes.
and I trust my brother, so if you can answer his questions, all right.
But then you also on the other side of it, I enjoy Alexis and Sonny. They are kind of fun together. I also enjoy Alexis and Rick when she left and she was like, I can walk myself out and proceed inside. Hilarious. I wonder if that's part of the script or was that because it was funny. They were standing there and she went through them, just like, I'll see you later. She walked out. Funny. Because she said something I think as fans were thinking, why would you send Rick to tell? I mean, it felt weird. So I'm glad they always just talk it out. They always talk things out. And I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonny and Alexis scene and Rick and Alexis scene are both great, but I also understand it's just Sonny going like, no, 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 Rick, you go talk to her. Why not?
Yeah. Right. We're doing fine right now, so I don't want to have it. I said, yeah, okay. I'm like, that's kind of funny. It's kind of fun. Well, any of those combinations I'll watch. But I do like the sexist scenes when they came together. And he gave her advice on what she should do. You scout.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's
Uh,
right. And like you said, he would never bring Danny into the business because that's what
no.
Jason and Sam both did not want that to happen.
But yeah, but I completely understand. It's like it's going to be tough because he's going to want to do something. So, as a parent or parental figure in his life, how do you negotiate, navigate that kind of thing about like understanding his feelings, but like letting him know like there are certain things you can and can't do.
Right. So watching Danny come of age will be interesting. Like I said, I like this set of kids. Kim, Rocco. Charlotte. They all got interesting parents. So it'll be very interesting.
Speaking of parents, seeing storylines, possibilities, hints, and stuff online, people are like speculating that could Ethan be tied into the whole, uh, Delilah storyline. Like as Ethan was, on the pier trying to get a hold of somebody, was he trying to get a hold of her and not realizing that she's dead? And maybe could he be the father of that baby? I don't know. Do you feel you would hold any credence for is that a storyline you'd be interested in?
Ethan as a father, no. But he is older. I mean, it could be one of those Luke situations where it's like, will he? Well, here's a story as a writer myself. Here'll be a storyline. It's revealed that he's the father, but he lets Brooklyn them adopt and says, I'll be Uncle, Ethan or something. Like he wouldn't want because he's a free spirit. I would think he said because he enjoyed Daisy, obviously, his new niece. I just feel like he wouldn't want to be like he would do the opposite of what his dad did, who tried to make a family. I feel like he wouldn't want to do that. That'd be a great story, actually. And then make sure they keep him. So we know the kids are Spencer. How funny is that for Lulu? Spencer being raised by Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of story in there. There's a lot of story. If they went that, I mean, I have no idea if they're going that direction. I'm just saying, for me as a writer, that's kind of where I would go and say, okay, so you still have Ethan tied, but he doesn't be too tied. He can leave and come back and whatever he wants to do. But I feel like you said, he's the closest to his dad, like his dad, out of all of them. And so I just felt like you're telling us something that he's here today, could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
But there's another guy coming on though that could be the father also. So I heard there's speculation about that too. So there's another
Uh,
character.
yes.
So I'm just saying. I mean, we don't know what I have no inside information. I don't know. So
No, I mean, well, I mean, I know Tracy would probably dig it. Just to have another connection to Luke and that baby.
yes. Well, I'm waiting for Tracy and Ethan to see each other.
Yeah. Which would be nice. And but now Tracy's busy fixing Brooklyn's car.
There you go, kids. That's right. She came right on in, but you didn't stop. Like I didn't. People don't understand. Like I said, she didn't hear a crash.
Yeah. And you're not looking in the rearview mirror, or you may have for a second, but you didn't follow
No,
it the whole way into a crash.
no. So it's like I totally get it. I said, it's there. So I'm like, okay, I get why she didn't know anything, and she feels guilty enough. Well, you could keep it a secret. Of course, it won't stay a secret. We know that it's gonna come out.
No.
It's gonna come out somewhere. But actually, we're tying Brooklyn to Jordan. They've never talked or anything. So it'd be very interesting to see what that even would look like. If it comes out or whatever. It's like okay, it's something, I guess. Interesting.
My face, my face. But in a world where Michael's entire like body was completely
Right.
fixed. So, like, there's such low stakes to the storyline, James. You send Portia to Germany for a little bit, and she comes back and her face is fine. Who cares? So, the show trying to manufacture any of this drama about this face, knowing what the show has shown that they can do with Ava, with Michael, when it comes to fixing their faces and body. Ugh, I don't care. I don't care, James. I don't care.
He doesn't care, folks. But I did like speaking of Ava.
Yeah, yeah. Doing, the sweet talking to Laura, being that Laura whisperer.
Yes, but I like that because they do get along. They've always gotten along because of Nicholas. They've always gotten along, and I think she understood. Remember, she felt Ava was good for Nicholas on some level. They were good for each other. Nicholas obviously screwed it up. He's in jail. He's in prison. But I do enjoy that when they get together every once in a while. That's still kind of friendly. Like she said, she's still fond of me. I'm fond of her because of Nicholas. And how she's like, make sure you come to me. I'll come to you. I mean, if Sidwell doesn't like, she wants to be a go between because she's trying to ingratiate herself to Sidwell. Of course, that's number one. But she does like Laura. She does like Laura. So there is some caring. It's like Ava, which is what the show has done very well with her. There are a few people that you could tell she really likes Nina. She likes Portia. She likes Trina. There's people that she actually does care about.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and for Laura, this is twofold. One, she graced herself to him, but also she kind of watched Laura a little bit too. And when Laura warns her, I mean, Ava's not dumb, but it's just kind of like she's like, come on, girl, be careful too. Um, if something happens with Ava, and if she gets too close, that'd be interesting. If something happens,
Yeah, I'm really curious about like with Ava because she's not a dumb woman.
no,
And so she is smart enough to know when she's heard from Laura, she's heard from Lucas, she's heard from a variety of other people about just keep your eye out on Sidwell and what he has done in his past with Anna, with Lucky, with Jason. Like I feel like she knows that. And like I don't know if she can if it's a question of she can't help herself being attracted to the bad boy, or does she have an agenda that she's gonna try to work in terms of being
yeah.
able to profit somehow from whatever happens with Sidwell.
She cares about Lucas too now. So him being there, that throws a little wrench too. She genuinely cares about him. So it's like, ooh, he's there. He's there also at Windermere. So I mean, and Ava is fiercely loyal to the folks she's loyal to. So I mean, if Sybil tries to hurt Lucas, oh, that's Ava would not like to have that.
And I feel like that at least the way that she's ingratiating herself with Sidwell works the other way too, where Sidwell may be reluctant to do anything to Lucas because of Ava. Like, I mean, it's certainly, the early stages of their kind of relationship, courtship kind of deal, but it feels like she's been there in ways that he's appreciated. So I feel like, to do something against Lucas, I don't know if you would want to do a play like that.
The chat's like they love Ava and Lucas relationship. Oh, and Candice Mack's in the chat, and
Oh,
Candice, who says, "Crap, I forgot you guys are going live today. I thought Wednesday for some reason." Folks, I want you guys to know on record, I sent her last night, not like 10 years ago, like last night, invitation to come on to the show. And with the right, I said it tonight. I put everything tonight. So I'm saying, she's in the chat, but I did let her know it was tonight. Shady Tuesday.
life happens. People, forget sometimes,
Out there
James.
yapping her brains out. She was also at the, I guess, the Baltimore Film Fest or something. She was doing all kind of stuff. She was out there doing something.
She's rubbing elbows with the cinema elite.
This is really, I love that. She's Jerome. She has an agenda. I think Ava's going to flip on Sidwell. It's going to be because of Lucas. I can see that. I can totally. I mean, it'd be kind of funny to see her and Lucy work together. It'd be kind of funny too to get takedown. Because I feel like everybody at some point is going to turn on Sidwell. There's some that are already against them, and others are going to go there too. And it'll be like the race of who takes down Sidwell.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things like I think in life where it's like you may know bad things have happened to a friend or even a loved one, but it doesn't really mean anything until it happens to somebody that directly affects your life. So like knowing that Lucky and Anna and Jason have been in danger and Laura's been affected by that, great, and you understand that. But like having Lucas, be in danger, then that could really put in perspective to Ava the seriousness about taking Sidwell down.
Well, that's the whole thing when Valentine told Jocelyn, yeah, they basically eliminated Anna as a threat. They neutralized her. And that got Jocelyn's face got really big. And then, Carly's like, okay, bitch. She didn't say that. But she was like, okay, you need to get out. You need to stop this. Like, because because Anna, we're talking suave, double agent. I mean, that she got taken out by them. I can see why. And I love it. She's like, you should be worried. Should be worried. Yeah, you should be worried. Like,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you should be worried. Because he's like, that's the whole point. He's known Jack Brennan for so long, so that there's no underestimation. And then go switching over to Nina, he knew that Nina was loved Charlotte, and it had to be something going. I love that he was smart about it. It's like Charlotte's a kid, so she don't know anything, but she knew. He was like, I had a feeling something was up, and she told him the truth. I'm glad she just told him. You know how Nina does sometimes. I'm glad she told him the whole truth.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a deal. He was blackmailing me, blah, blah. And he's like, I knew it. It's because I love Charlotte, and I don't want it got her some mess with her own daughter because she loves Charlotte basically, which she doesn't know about, and that's why I love. But I love the fact that Nina's like, let me get Rick on just on retainer real quick,
Yeah.
just in case. He's like hypothetically, like I started laughing. I'm like, but I love they brought up. Well, recently you didn't care for my work recently,
Yeah.
and he brought up all. I was like, that's right. But when he said he had to leave, he goes, some things just come up and they're just out of your control. I'm like, that made me chuckle a bit because Nina has no idea. Um, even hasn't told her that. It's funny how they really resolved that. It's kind of they let that go like nobody knows anything. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny. Um, but I was like, yeah, why was she? I like the fans. I'm glad they're answering some of those questions for us. The dialogue recently, they've been saying some things in dialogues like, yeah, I think the same way. Like, why would they? So like, I'm kind of glad that he was like, she's like, but you're smart. You know what to do. You're ruthless. You know what to do. And try to get the defense ready for just in case. And her and Michael are getting on so great. They're in a great space right now. I want to get it. I'm like, all righty. He was like, all righty, kids.
Yeah.
Just like, dang it. She's like, dang it. And it's hooker girlfriend or whatever. I was like, all righty. That was perfect timing. I loved it.
And I
That's
even like that Jacinda filled Michael in about the visit for Brennan
yes,
as well.
yes. They're talking. Frank and I have said this ad nauseum. I love that word because we're nauseated. We've said it ad nauseum. Sometimes you just need sometimes you need quick scenes to make something good. And secondly, there's also a thing where just tell it. Why are you holding it in? You guys, again, we don't need that obstacle. You can make an obstacle together now because that's the obstacle. We both now know what happened. What do we do? That's the take you should take, not the I can't tell him. I can't tell him. I can't. That just for fans, I guess that doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't do anything for it. It
No,
frustrates us.
because it's a way you don't have to completely resolve the story, but you're
Right.
moving it forward incrementally. Because
Yes.
how a person knowing it by themselves is going to be a totally different scene than a person being able to share it with somebody else. And
Yes.
then you ride that for a little bit. And then what's the next step? Who else can figure out? Is it somebody else that can help them or somebody else that can hurt them that finds out? And then you play that for a little bit.
Yes.
And then you just keep building up until you finally get to the point where you want to kind of reach your climax of that particular story.
I agree. I'm with you. I totally agree. I just think it's yeah. Anyway, so that's it's crazy. It's I there's right now there's so many things which I never thought I'm so happy about that are like percolating under the boiler that I'm really curious to see how certain things end and how what the next steps are. And I'm actually been proud of them over the last week or so, last couple of weeks or so, where they really are going forward with something. They're not taking a lot of time. They're like, okay, let's reveal that. We'll make sure you know that. Let's do that. Like it's they're moving along because, like Frank and I say, pacing is everything, and sometimes it's too long. So I agree. This week, let us just find out something. Or somebody be switched to like we need the next step of that. Doesn't mean I think doesn't mean it has to be done by Friday, but just like just let's give us a step to like move on to something next. Um, and with this Jordan thing, of course, we said with the Brooklyn or Isaiah, whoever, I'm curious if they're going to pursue that. Is that are they going to keep looking? Are they investigating or not? I can't remember if they're investigating or
I
not.
mean, yeah, just told
Yeah.
Dante, it's like now it's more important than ever because Jordan is still like one of our own.
Yes,
So
that's
we
what
have to pursue justice.
you're right. Yes, that's true. But something has to come up because of the baby. That's whoever, whether it's Ethan or somebody else, it has to come to a head at some point too, and either someone else gets accused and Brooklyn feels bad, or she gets comes out. Something has to happen, and involving the baby. I mean, it has to
Yeah.
kind of has to yeah, it has to come to fruition. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if Willow uses Chase for something. I mean, they're not done. They're not. She's Willow's on a warpath. She is not done.
Oh, I mean, especially when Nina mentioned while Drew was there, I was like, oh boy, you bet you really regret letting him go. Huh? Just like and Willow, she didn't say no to that. So I feel like,
I'm saying That's what I'm saying. I like there's possibilities there too. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. I mean, are they killing Robert? Candice, are they killing Robert or no? I haven't heard anything. What do you know? Which you could have told us on our show today, actually, if you were on here. But
I mean, I
yes,
feel like, I mean, like I think we said before, like I'm in, that Trista Rogers has passed. Yes, we needed to honor that on show, but much like with Monica, I'm in zero rush
yeah,
because we left him in a good place. Like
great
Monica's
place.
was more frustrating because it was just like she was just upstairs and she was always sick, and that was just
Yeah,
I thought she was more vital to the show as a recast, but the show wanted to honor that, but they
he's fine.
certainly
He's
took their
fine.
time.
Yeah, Robert's fine. He's off camera and living his best life with
Yeah,
Holly and his daughter and granddaughter. I think they can totally keep it going for a long time.
yeah. But
And
rest assured, the show will honor the passing of that character at some
yeah,
point.
there might be something, but I think right now I'm not in a rush either. I think we need a break. We have so many depths so far. We need a break from that and everything. And
And you
I
would
said,
hope that the passing of like a Robert Scorpio, like a character of that stature, would be able to propel some storylines out of it. It wouldn't just be like, I
oh,
think that would be the best thing. You honor the actor and you get some great stories coming out of it.
I made her feel guilty. She's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, I just let her in, so I don't see her yet. It's Did I press the right button? Did I let her in?
She's in.
I
And
don't
there
like you.
she is.
Man, look at
There
that.
she is. You have a scarf on. There you go, girl. Mhm.
Look at
Yeah,
all
I'm doing the whole peace, loving, all that stuff. Hi guys, hi everybody.
look at everybody in the chat just jealous. They went from chat room to being right here alongside James Lott Jr.
And Frank
I was
Moran.
I was forced for the situation. And I like to correct. I posted in the chat.
I saw that chat.
James,
Don't mean anything. You don't read email.
no. That email was not sent. Like, don't have James be all innocent, folks. No.
The
Because
point is,
the last time he was supposed to have a GH special was a Wednesday. I just want to point that out.
no, pass.
And
Yeah,
usually you don't do Tuesdays. You usually do Wednesdays for GH shows.
that's the past. Yeah.
And
I mean, things change. Life changes.
anyway, back to Frank. How you doing, Frank? How's everything? How's the family?
They're doing great, Candace. How are you? You just hobnobbing it up with celebrities.
But the Baltimore Film Fest or Web Fest or wherever you were.
Yeah, I went to the Baltimore Next Media Web Fest, and I saw Rain Pryor,
I love
daughter
her.
of Richard Pryor, and I saw some other people who know something about JLJ Media.
Ooh.
So, and then there were some things in the works that I signed up for. So, there you go.
Rain Pryor, when I first got to know her, or not know, but know of her, there was a
Mhm.
series on Showtime written by Claudia Lonow, who played Diana on Knots Landing. She became a
Mhm.
producer. And it starred Sherilyn Fenn, who was my girl from Twin Peaks. It's called Rude Awakening. If you've never seen that series, we're on for like 3 or 4 seasons. It's my favorite shows
Yep.
of all. And Rain Pryor, they had addiction. They were addicts, recovering addicts, and so was Rain Pryor. She played a lesbian on the show, and she was so good. I was like, wow, she's really good. Right? It was a comedy drama,
Yeah.
and I was telling you, but it was written by, like I said, written by a Knots Landing alum, because based on, I guess, on her life or some whatever. But Sherilyn Fenn was good. She was really good at it too, and but Rain Pryor did a really great job. But Rude Awakenings, it was a great series. Nobody talks about. I got to talk about that on my show. Rude Awakenings.
Actually, that was brought up.
Oh, good. I'm glad he brought
And
that.
yeah, she was talking about it.
If you get me Rain Pryor for an interview,
I don't know. I have to check my emails to make sure
check your emails. Yeah, check your emails. BP, check your emails. No matter when you get them, check them.
Yeah, check out the email on JLJ Media. This new season is gonna bound to happen one day.
It will. I'm going as fast as I can. Well, I have to stop being broken into and other things going on. So yes.
Mm,
It's kinda
mm, mm.
love Not Standing. We love Not Standing.
So,
And Diana was a
okay,
pill on that show. She was a pill on that show.
so what James is telling me, you guys, this is literally how our conversations go off the show. It's like, so who do you want me to get? I'll try to get this person. I really will try to get this. Or I'll message James like, James, this person wants to talk to you. Answer your emails. Answer your phone. Crying out loud.
But my life is so complicated. It's like I'm not always by the emails on the phone. So
okay, Ever Levine. Okay.
yeah, it's complicated.
All right, so Rain Pryor, folks.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
All right, so if I get Rain Pryor on the show on JLJ Media, do I get to get the phone? And you know that joke.
Well, she's in the chat room though. She's in the chat room. Daisy Flowers in the chat room.
I don't. Sorry, Daisy. This nothing personal.
Well, actually, I got two phones now that kind of mirror each other.
I want both of them.
You want both of them. I did announce earlier that I did talk to Jerome Dobson and
Mr. Dobson. I can't call him Jerome. I can't call him. I can't do it.
It'll be out on Thursday. But I was calling him like Mr. Davies, Mr. Dobson. We were laughing. So yeah, that's coming out.
You guys check out that interview. That's going to be a great interview. Dreams came true. Dreams came true.
Yeah, it did come true. Speaking of emails, oh my God, we need an email check from Frank.
I wasn't going to bring it up. Though.
He's going to show us. He's going to show us, folks. His emails. That's hilarious.
This is like a cliffhanger on Friday on General Hospital. Get ready, y'all.
Oh my God, I'm scared. It'd be hell. It'd be hell.
Okay, it might be low. It might be a low count.
434,434,491. You guys.
That's how much we made this hour of the JLJ telethon. Stay tuned for our friends in Vegas.
Oh my God.
The Frank Sinatra band.
They get to 500,000. That's the question.
Stay tuned for Lou Rawls and his mariachi band.
No, stay tuned for George Wallace. He's always in Vegas doing something. That man's rich. That man, his shows sell out every night when he's there. He's a total Vegas table. But no, I'm asking you said in the chat room. I already told people. I heard that that Nathan, who plays Ethan, is contract. I heard that, but we know how that goes. But you said something about somebody else.
Roberts. Yeah, I think I think they're going to. I don't want to say do away, but I do think they might go ahead and kill Robert off.
Okay.
Only because now, if they do a whole Bold and the Beautiful, and for those who didn't get that reference, Darlene Conley, who played the iconic Sally Spectra, OG, her character is still around in Bora Bora.
Yeah.
And Darlene's been gone. Yeah, and Darlene's been gone for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So they might go that route because they did make sure to drop the hints that obviously Ethan saw, Robert, which, okay, dear soap Jesus, I need I love Ethan and Luke's relationship. Love it. But half of me, when I heard that, I was like, are they going to redo the DNA test? Because I still believe that Ethan is Robert's kid.
No, I think they will. I think they'll play up the Luke situation and they're gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I understand that because Laura had a kid outside of Luke.
Right.
I get, but
again, Luke's gone. And Luke's gone. He's not
right.
Okay. And neither is Robert. I don't think they will. I think they could do anything they want, obviously, but I don't think they will. I think they'll leave him alone and just have him as a surrogate Luke. I think that's what his role is, kind of, isn't it? Because lucky to obviously they messed up Jonathan Jackson's return. And Lulu is kind of like Luke in some ways, but they don't play it up enough. So
she's Luke, but a female version of Luke. But you're right, they don't really okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. When Julie was there,
oh yeah,
they played that part. But after that, they really haven't done.
I mean, they say they're Spencers, right? They mention it once in a while, like to the kids, you're a Spencer. Carly is probably the last of like the Luke types, where the Spencers are impulsive. They're sardonic. They're they can make comments and be smart mouth while being serious. They get themselves in trouble. They feel strongly about things. They kind of do stuff, but
yeah, you're actually right. I really just thought about that. I was like,
Dawson is a Spencer on some level. Rocco's a Spencer. Charlotte's a Spencer. But they're kind of
Aiden, what we don't see, even though he's in Port Charles somewhere.
He's somewhere.
He's baking.
This gay boyfriend. He's gay too.
He's making those cupcakes, James.
I mean, I would love to see him.
He made somebody recently, didn't he? They brought him over. He wasn't there, but
for Willow, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was for Willow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. I was like, see, it wasn't compression socks.
No,
it was Aiden's cupcakes. But again, gay, not on the show. I'm just keeping count. But the Robert thing, yeah, I like that Sally Spectra. She's just as larger in life off camera.
Right. Yep. Living her best life in Bora Bora.
Yeah, with a cabana boy.
Need to see her niece. Need to see her namesake. But that's another topic for Sunday, folks.
This Sunday we'll talk about that this Sunday. But I'm saying, but for Robert, who's left to really celebrate his death? I mean, there's Mack, obviously.
Anna, Felicia, Mack, Robin, Sasha.
But see, Sasha's on Days of Our Lives.
Well, hold on, but wait a minute. I want to say this though. We know that Days of Our Lives takes 5,600, years in advance. I think just for this particular moment, they should have Sophia come back over, even if it's for just a one-day thing, because that's the topic about Patrick. If Robin comes back, Patrick should be back, but we know that Jason Thompson is already Young and the Restless. So either they're gonna do what I always thought they would do, is to bust them up. I don't want them to bust up, but we gotta think what's best for the show right now, right? Okay.
But Anna's on the show. We have to get Anna back and have her.
Well, that's why I said this summer. So the summer starts in. Yeah, she should be back by at least June. I mean, because they did say she's on her way back, and I want to, because July GH doesn't tape, because I think that's their dark month.
Right.
So, yeah. So sometime with that, and they also have to, and I'm wondering about this. I was really wondering about this. We know that Denise Alexandria, who played Leslie, she passed away last year.
Right.
And again, there's nobody in her circle except for Jeannie, because everybody else is gone to the great skies above.
Yes.
So I kept thinking, I was like, well, maybe something happens when Jeannie takes her normal vacation, but I think she's already going to start early. I don't know. And then Lulu gets a phone call that grandma passed away. Have something off screen, and that way when Jeannie comes back, her and Lulu can reminisce, because Lulu was named after her. So because you can't there's not that time, that era of General Hospital, there's only two people still standing: Jane Elliott and Jeannie Francis.
Three. We don't see them very often.
Okay.
John J. York.
John was the 80s. That was the 80s.
But he knows who Robert is. I mean, he knows.
I'm talking about Leslie. I'm talking about Leslie. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Unless they go ahead and they ask Ken trying to come back for,
Or this is his father, Chef Weber.
I'm sorry, I have amnesia.
And I'm just like, or Finn. Just kidding. But here's the thing: they mentioned that Ethan stayed at Lucky's place in Ireland. I forgot about that.
How many places does Lucky have? Okay,
I forgot. He said, was he married to that chick Siobhan or whatever? It was a whole storyline.
Oh, Siobhan, yeah, Siobhan.
Yeah, there's a whole
yeah.
I was like, that's
Lucky Charms.
That's what I was like. a great use of continuity. I mean, that was
So wait a minute. So Isaiah has his place, the cabin, right?
yes.
So Ireland cabin,
He was in Africa fighting stuff.
right? Because that's where Sidwell came into play.
Right.
And then is the Spence is his? No, who bought his place? Was it Jason who bought his old place?
It was like his old place.
Yeah, because remember, Lucky sold the house,
right. That's
the Spencer house,
yes.
and then he moved into a place because Maxie was helping him decorate. But I can't remember who.
The brownstone back. That's what I want back. The brownstone.
I want Windermere back. I want
When
Windermere
Bobby
back.
all lived everything. I want the brownstone back, and Tony and Bobby and all that. Bring them back.
Yeah, I want Windermere back. If anybody's seen the real Windermere, please call us at 1-800-JLJ Media. Thank you. Because I don't know what that is. I'm like, Windermere was never on water.
It's an island.
Yeah, but no, the house was on a. For those who need to go back to the reference, 2007, 2008 General Hospital intro. Take a look at when Tyler Christopher, rest in peace, when he's doing the the backing. That's Windermere. That was the water was here. They want a high rise. Hence why people got pushed over the balcony and fell into the water.
Parapet.
Whatever.
They fell over the parapet. Catherine Bale fell over the parapet. Ava fell over the parapet.
And Colton.
Esme fell over the parapet. Parapets. They all survived.
The lady in the white dress. Summer.
Oh, yeah,
remember too. Summer?
Yeah,
Summer.
Like,
yep.
Yeah, she fell over too. Yes, that's she fell over. Someone brought up actually, and I'm like, they're gonna do this. Faith Roscoe, and I was like, I did like that character, but I'm like, they can't even keep Selena Wu on screen. They're gonna bring on Faith Roscoe back. I mean,
if they can find a way to bring Faith Roscoe back, I swear, General Hospital, I will stop talking about you negative. If you can only do that, there's a couple of people, but Faith, oh my gosh. If they brought Faith and Manny back.
Manny, yeah, that's right. But if Faith came back, make Isaiah actually Justice Ward. To say it was amnesia. I thought I was this other character in Isaiah Gannon.
No, I just need for his uncle or his father to come from Landview.
That's the thing. Frank and I have said it so many times. God, bring on RJ Gannon would be amazing. They're not doing it. He's been on the show.
They have to do. Yeah, that's the problem. They have to do something with him because I keep thinking if Sidwell is going out for his revenge tour or whatnot, for me, the actor's nice. He's a really charming young man. But the character cannot survive another 4 months.
I'm just saying, what are you going to kill all the black men? Because I think Kai's going to. He's on his way out. We know nothing about Kai.
Wait a minute. Let me try to shut it. Let me try to shut. Frank, why?
I'm kidding. He's not his favorite. I'm kidding.
That's probably that's not one of your top 10.
He loves Kai and how he's been used. Right?
Kai.
Oh, can't get enough.
Kai needs some spice, and I've been saying that for the whole year. I tried. I really did try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, when he had his surgery, I think, James, I said this to you. I was like, where's his parents? If you're going to try to make him into a big character, like, where's his parents at? How come we don't, like, is he a WSB? What
could have been great, though, is they could have made him, and Isaiah father-son. Tie them together. And then go
they look like
they
look like brothers.
They won't do the black Quartermains. They're not going to do that.
Okay. Isaiah and him look like they could be brothers, so I can't do the father-son thing. But what I could do is we find out that that's Keisha and AJ's kid.
Or Keisha and Jason's kid. Really funny.
Lord, now James, now you know. If that was the case.
I know. There are fans who still want Jason Elizabeth back together. That's not happening anytime soon. I mean, the liaison fans. I love them, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, they
I forget I'm on video. I can't show my face right now.
I'm just saying, fans with all kind of shit.
I mean, I look at it this way. If you have a solid fandom, I always say, hey, if you got a child out of it, you won. You won in a way.
Here's the thing. Marco had a family, and that didn't save him. He got stabbed.
Okay, but let's take
a mother, father, sister.
But let's be honest. That whole family situation, and this is not shade to any of the actors. It was the writing, because again, you brought Natalia first, right? And you made her a character that
nobody loves. Exactly.
Nobody liked before we got to that part of the story arc. It was like you already hyped up who her ex-husband was, because we thought it was Rick Lanson. I was like, oh, it's going to be Rick. It's totally going to be Rick. But they didn't do it. Then we found out Blaze was doing it, and then there was the son. But again, then you had her, do all those things, and that's what, again, the audience didn't like that character. So everybody was like, who cares? Who cares about the ex-husband? Who cares about everybody else?
I'm just saying that he had a whole family, and that didn't save him at all.
Well,
he was the last one left out of all of that.
Well,
it's a shame, because when Blaze was first kind of just as like a little side character, I was interested.
I like Blaze, yeah.
And
then she left. Yeah, she was gone. She was
tank that character. Sometimes building a
she's
family,
like the wind.
I just bring back Sean Butler. That's funny. Yeah, there's a lot that won't be happening.
I need Dr. Montgomery, Dr. Andre.
Oh, yeah, Montgomery, yes. Well, I mean, I have questions about the whole twins thing. So, they had all those twins, Drew and Jason and Anna and Alex and all the, who was number 6 or 10 or whatever.
I don't want the twin stuff no more. GH, can y'all stop with the twin stuff? I'm over the twin stuff.
Well, the kind of. I mean, Cassius is now, yes. And our girls had some convention or something, so we won't be seeing Liesl for a while.
Yeah, I would be curious. Like, I feel like once we know she's back in town, that's when we'll feel like we'll get some answers to that. So,
yes.
That story fell apart before it even started.
I feel like real life kind of ruined it in some weird way. It was a whole Kiss of the Storm stuff, and it broke that momentum somehow. They didn't recast it. They really couldn't, because they needed. And I feel like and I feel like there were things out of their control. It just didn't work. And that's why.
James,
because he's not exciting. Yes.
You're a writer.
Yes.
You're an executive producer.
Yes, I am.
You know what I'm going to tell you, right? You know what I'm going to say.
I'm just saying for them. I'm saying what they did. I'm saying what they done did. I think that's what
no,
they did right.
No, because this is not the first time this has happened, and this is not the second time. Okay, let's take a look at the timeline, folks. You had him come in. Kirsten Storms was not going to be there. Bradford Anderson wasn't going to be there. To me, okay, what do we do with this? Do we shelve the story until we have everybody back? Or do we go ahead and we tell this story, but leave little Easter eggs for the audience to pick up on? Okay, so you didn't have Kirsten Storms. When Bradford Anderson was there, you should have had investigation, not off screen, because we're getting sick and tired of all these soaps using off screen as an excuse. To me, all right, you see this man. It's not like he just came back from vacation with a great tan. No, he's been dead. So the first thing, PCPD, what do you guys do? Let's do an investigation. Dante, you're in charge of that. Lulu, you're a nosy investigative reporter. Let's get to work. Anna, before you went psychotic, pop open that coffin. Spinelli, this is Maxie's first love. You should have been asking every single question known to man. Like, so, where you been? In a Spinelli way. You still could have told us some of the story. And then once you got Kirsten Storms, and I'm going to say this too. If if Maxie was a big part of the story, I know some people don't like hearing this word, but we have to remember, this is a show. We have to keep the story moving. Recast. Temporary. Temporary recast. The role of Maxie is now being played by Susan Lucci. Actually, we'll watch that, but I'm just saying. And then when Kirsten comes back, you can go ahead and play the beat. But you had Kirsten there, you had Maxie. Oh, I don't want him. Oh, Lulu and him together. Okay, the end. Where's James? Where's little boy James at? He was so happy to have his daddy.
Maybe think about the famous scene of Mommy Dearest when Tina Crawford's laying in the hospital bed. He goes, "Your mother's is playing your role on Secret Storm," and they show her, and she goes, "The character's supposed to be 28."
Homegirl had a freaking almost a beehive and a
happened in
cigarette.
real life. It actually happened in real life, but that's just like my mother. I remember seeing Joan Crawford on Secret Storm. So I was like, that was so funny the way she's like reading off camera. What's my line again? With her cigarette. I mean, it's just like she's supposed to be 28. You know, and I just want to tell you, Frank and Candice, I've recently had moments like that where I'm just like looking at a screen or my mother or somebody just going, "She's supposed to be 28." My life. There's been seriously, there's been times where I wistfully looked somewhere. I'm just like, "You're supposed to be my mother. You're supposed to be my daughter. Or you're supposed to be my house." I just, and I just.
And then you have the dramatic music playing, and
well,
then the opening credits.
Turn it off. She goes, "Turn it off" to the nurse. That's what I want to do. Just turn it off, please. As I've said, I've seen enough. That's how I felt recently. People these days. Sometimes life be life, and it's rough. That's why I just want to say, or the other one. She said we were broke. Where'd she get all these shoes? That's how I feel sometimes too. That was Christina. When we got to tighten our belt a little bit. We'll be okay. And when she was drunk, she goes, "All these shoes." That's how I feel about life sometimes, Frank. There's a lot of shoes.
I really felt that performance though from you, James.
I'm feeling it today. Trust and believe. I am feeling like I'm like, she's supposed to be 28. That's how I feel right now about my life. I do. I'm like, I mean, it's like you guys have had 4 hours sleep. Our place was broken into. I'm like tired.
Cheese and crackers.
Other life shit going on. Plus, I have to work because I'm not rich. I gotta work and do stuff. I'm tired, you guys. James Lott Jr. is tired. He just wants to look wistfully into the sky, and I don't know, let things happen. I don't know anymore. I have my own soap opera happening in my life, you guys. And I'm turning 57 in a few weeks.
Ugh. We're going on a beautiful cruise where you'll find love.
On a love boat.
We'll be making another run. The love boat. I'm going for 3 days. Or at least be 3.5 days. I'm going on a cruise. I'm not taking nothing. Well, I'm taking some clothes, whatever. But I'm not taking no cell phone. No. I'm taking my cell phone. I'm not taking no laptops, no tablets, nothing.
Just a speedo.
That's a lie.
A speedo and a smile.
That's a lie. It's a 2-piece bikini.
He's gonna have a tablet, y'all.
No, Candice. This time really. I'm like, nope. We're doing nothing. Those first 4 days, I'm doing nothing.
And then somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, I know you. Aren't you the guy from the bread?"
In my last cruise, I got followed around by these kids. They're like, "You're the bread guy." I'm like, "I am." They went and took pictures with me. I'm like, I couldn't go on a cruise without being recognized. That was kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, you just have to, put the shades on, a little head wrap, just a little.
Erica, but don't. Yeah, exactly. Wrap it up. Oh, I don't want to be seen.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, no, I'm like, I'll eat my food in my room. Thank you. No, I was recognized. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, we're gonna end it here because we went on 2 hours. Some of you guys are like, it's 12:30 where we live. But I appreciate you guys coming on with us. We love you guys. We're so sad we could be here on Sunday. And next Sunday it's Frank's fault. So
That's
that's
true.
what we're not about. No, here's the truth though. He's doing something fun on Saturday. And so he was like maybe, but I thought we'll take Sunday off. And we'll come back again. We'll come back again the following week, one of those days that week. We'll come again.
Sounds good.
At nighttime. I'm gonna have Frank, bask in the afterglow of what you're doing.
Hello.
Yes. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. It's a secret amongst us.
Okay, Secret Storm.
Okay, Secret Storm. She was 28. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We had a lot of people watching us. You guys are all wonderful. Linda D, 2571, Mick Floyd. I know Mick. I know you, Mick. Jennifer, Mindy, Annie Goen, Frank's favorite, longtime favorite. David, I see you in there. Site Advocate, I see you in there. Daisy Flower, many others. No Zooms this month. I'm just too busy. Can't get to them. But I might do a birthday Zoom.
Oh, in a birthday suit.
Oh,
you guys, that's horror film territory. You have to pay extra for that. But no, I have a little get together. Who knows online? So we will see. So Sunday's going to be Frank Fun Day. Okay, sure. okay. Where Frank's going to do that day, I have no idea. I'm not going to police that. Whatever you decide to do on Sunday, we work hard. We're going to take a day off. We'll be fine. But also realize we won't be here May 3rd or May 10th. So again, during the weeks, we may do some shows during the week of our shows. May 3rd, my daughter graduates from nursing school, so I will be there.
Yay!
She went back to school in her 30s and is getting her degree. And following in my footsteps, I was a former nurse, so I'm going to Sacramento to be with her for a celebration and watch her walk and all that. And then May 10th, it's my 57th birthday and Mother's Day.
Yay!
So I probably will be with Miss Benita, pushing her down the stairs. No, I mean, celebrating the day of her being my mother.
Okay, Tracy Quartermain.
I know Tracy Quartermain, I'll hold her pills. She don't even have hard pills like that, so they don't even work. We're going to celebrate my birthday / Mother's Day that day with the family. And all you mothers out there, of course, celebrate that day. But we'll be back the following weekend, whatever that day that is, 17th, I think, 7 days later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we might do some shows during the week, some Beyond the Gates or YNRG. Well, YNR and Bold haven't been that exciting, so. Sorry, Shamar Moore. I'm not that excited. Vivica
no, I do want to say that if you have not checked out RuPaul Instagram, RuPaul is so funny, mocking the scene when they found out about Holden.
Yeah, but still, that's more exciting than the actual show itself.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, we still support it. But we're not rushing to do any episodes during the week on those. But we will be back. We'll be here this Sunday doing those, and they'll get a little longer time because we have no GH on Sunday. So
it's gonna be short. It's gonna be so short, y'all.
Beyond
the Gates might. No, I will say this: Beyond the Gates may be the longest show because we have so much to talk about. Me and Amanda, and some stuff might pop up.
I'm gonna give you guys a long time for that one, so we'll be fine. Well, we love you guys. Frank Moran's at Happy Go Jackie. She's at Candy Poo and Candice Mack all over the place. We're all James Lott Jr. is sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. And somebody brought this up to me. This is the month that JLJ Media actually came to be on YouTube. And so we are celebrating 12 years on YouTube. I can't even believe it. I know. 12 years on YouTube. So thank you guys I started from scratch, had no idea what a YouTube was. What it used to was. I had no idea what it was. I was in my 40s. I'm like, what's YouTube? And I got on there and I've never left since. And we're near 2 million downloads. So I can't even. It's thanks to Frank. It's thanks to Tammy, Candice, John Dunphy. Everybody who's on this show, on this channel. thank you so much for believing in JLJ Media. I really appreciate it. I do.
It all started with one man and a dream.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to start the show with a group of people who had different views of life. He was going to call it The View, but that was already taken. So then he was like, should I be selfish and name it after me? Yes.
And
JLJ Media.
We want to thank Frank's soap grandfather, Tony Moore.
That's true.
For I love saying that. I love saying it. Tony's like, I'm the grandfather. You're the grandfather. That helped me bring me into this whole world of Aftershow. I had no idea what that was either. Not sure was either. Because there wasn't anything back then. And we're also coming up soon on some anniversaries of AfterBuzz TV going on summer hiatus.
Yup, that's coming up.
That's coming up. I think that's in June. That's coming up.
Yep.
Yes. And then in September, of course, me and Frank, 11 years doing this.
Yep. You know. And then August is daytime today. Technically, it's anniversary.
I know. I guess we have some good anniversaries coming. Same with my show. The SOS show with James Lott Jr. is coming up on 11 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, Frank was on my show the first season I did it. He came to the studio.
Oh man, it was great.
And Whittier.
And folks, there's another anniversary. It's been 4 years this month that JLJ Media won its first major award, the Indie Series Award.
This month? It was in April?
2020. Yeah.
I thought it was in August.
No.
Oh, you mean the first? Oh, that award. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking. Sorry, wrong one. Yes, Forever and a Day. Sorry, that's wrong. I'm thinking of something else. Yes.
Yeah, you were thinking of Capital City Web Awards. That's what you were thinking about. Yeah. You know, the awards that I'm the Susan Lucci of.
Yes, I've been nominated 5 times, but I have won 1, so we love you guys. See
You're
you
not 28 anymore.
Interwebs. No, how do I do this? What's that?